Hello, let's do Wordle for Wednesday, March 18th. Let's play. Yesterday, we spun the wheel. It said to start with fourth. So we shall. All gray. Okay, so common letters are S, N, L. It'd be nice to get an E and an A. I know that from yesterday that some people guessed slain like this. I don't think it's going to be an answer, but it certainly seems like a good guess. But I'm going to go with slain like this instead because it's a real word. I don't like to just guess random words on guess too. All right, let's do that. All right, there is an L and an A. It's not there. So I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm thinking ALLY, like Dally, or are there more? Is it just Dally? Because Rally's gone. Tally's gone. Galley, I don't even think it's spelled that way, but it wouldn't be gone. Maybe I should think about like Y at the end, but like not double L yet. Although, double L's not bad to do when you already know there is an L. So I'm just going to go for Dally and go from there. All right. So we have learned that there is only one L and it goes fourth. And we actually start with A, which is interesting. So what are we going to do here? No AN. Amply? Amply. Okay. Amply. That's like if like the word ample, but adverby, I believe. Let me double check that definition. Also, I think that might have been the only thing left, but we'll see. Enough more than enough, plentifully. The persistent reader is amply rewarded. Oh yeah, okay. When used in a sentence, it's like, oh yeah, duh. Okay. Well, before I do anything else, let's spin the members wheel and see what tomorrow's word is. Donut, suggested by Tyson Price. So if you would like to follow along, tomorrow we'll be starting with donut. All right, let's do some analysis. So the answer was amply, and we started with fourth. It's just sidle, like you sidle up next to someone, S-I-D-L-E. Is slain here? It is not. All right, well, I did slain. Wants that E, I guess. It would have lost on daddy or sassy. Ooh, that's nasty. Okay. It's just badly here or madly or maple. I went straight to the ALLY. It probably doesn't like that, but it wasn't going to lose on anything. Apply was also left. So there was amply and apply. So I won a 50-50 on that. I didn't think about doubling up the P. I would have if amply had locked in with the gray M. Like there was only one option there. So not too bad. I got lucky though. It would go sidle. And then from here, we just have that green L. So it's going to go manly. So we are going to go for that Y at the end. It could go amply, but it's not quite as good as manly. And then it goes amply. Okay, so it gets a 4. Starting with tails, we go final with that AL. That's interesting. I guess that makes some amount of sense with those letters gone. And then clamp. Okay, trying that LA in a standard location. And once we have that MP, it's got to be amply. That's kind of an interesting pattern. Steel's going to be a little different because it's going to have the AL on different spots. So it's going to go to glamp. This is like the nth time I've seen glamp. Just such a weird word to have on the answer list. And it's going to go amply from there. But if it doesn't go glamp, it could go madly, and then it still gets amply. So it gets a 3 from steel, guaranteed. A DU is the most common starting word. We start with A. Whenever that happens with a DU, you have very few words left, so it's not going to happen very often. Alter. And then it could get amply in 3, or it could do apply and then amply and get it in 4. All right. Audio. Going to have the A first again. We're going to have alter. And now it's going to go apply amply or amply. So 3 or 4 again. Very similar. Stare. Very common starting word. With that A, it suggests canal. Just try the double A. That's interesting. Now we know there's only one A. It's going to move this L second with a loud and try to get the rest of the vowels. And now it sees that it's only amply or apply. So it's going to get a 4 or a 5 on that. Okay, Trace tries to get in 2. I doubt it does today. It does not. We go salad, trying that double A again. That's interesting. With the yellow A, it tries double A. A boil is quite the word. Gotta remember that one. Amply apply, or so 4 or 5. And then finally, clasp is what the official bot starts with. Unless it changes now that it's been gotten into 1, but I don't know yet. It's going to go maple or panel or papal. Let's try maple and then amply. Or panel. After panel, it could get amply, but it might get in 4. Something like papal. Again, 3 or 4. Pedal. 3 or 4. Okay, so it's getting a 3 or a 4. It might be this one. We'll see. Cool. Well, let's check with the official bot, see how people are doing so far. Grab my screenshot first. All right, we've got amply. Did I beat the bot? We'll see. Give me a 96 skill, 38 luck. 4 steps is about average. Let me start with 4th. 83 others so far. Clasp is the most common follow-up. That makes sense. Didn't really think to do it. Snail and slain. Where do you want that L? Slice, scale, slain this way. I was talking about that earlier. Plain, slime, snake, and isle is what it suggests. No one else went isle. Just the bot. All right. Dali, it said was fine. And then amply. 2 to choose from. I picked the correct one. Okay. It goes clasp, papal, ample, amply. So that's the 4 case that we were talking about. That double A again. All right, we got 0.3 cheater rate today. That's lower than usual. Interesting. 2.1 second. Apply is more common to guess than amply. All right. And then we got amply 24.2, 68.6, 94.1, 99.4. And if you're losing on apply. Maybe ample, but probably just apply. All right, well, let's refresh and see how people did in regular mode. Always worse for whatever reason. I have my theories. 93 skill. I think that's a little lower. So what do people do? Plain, place, adieu, clasp, snail, spade, slaying, plaid. Still suggests isle. I'm the only one who did slain in non-hard mode. Interesting. There are some snails, though. 3% snail. Okay. Dali, and then amply. All right. It does slate, molar, ample. Sorry. Slate, molar, amply. How many times can I say amply? 0.5. Yeah, it seems 0.5 is the new norm for the cheater rate. 1.8, again, apply is more common. Second. Amply. 56.9, 87.8, 97.9 solve rate is way lower than the 99.4 in hard mode. A lot of people losing on apply. Some losing on ample. Apple as well. All right. Why delay getting the E so long? Well, I guess it depends on what your board looked like. Cool. Well, how'd you do? And that's it for Wordle. Hope you enjoyed it. There is a link at the end of the video if you would like to watch my New York Times game solve. I also have a pinned comment with all the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why don't leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.